Hello. Today we're going to talk about why even some of the best teams may not be able to win the 2026 World Cup. First, let us know in the comments which national team you're supporting. To begin with, teams will face one of the most demanding travel schedules in World Cup history. Some national teams may have to travel distances of up to 12,866 kilometers during the tournament. This could cause your team to become extremely fatigued, which may negatively affect their overall performance on the pitch. The second thing I'm going to talk about may sound illogical, but hear me out. Being ranked number one in the FIFA World Rankings could actually make it harder to win the World Cup. Since the FIFA World Rankings were introduced in 1992, the team ranked first has never gone on to lift the World Cup trophy. Because of that, it wouldn't be unreasonable to say, being the favorite doesn't make you the winner. The third factor we'll talk about is the altitude of the area where your team sets up its training camp. At first, this might sound a bit strange, but there's a good reason for it. For example, Mexico City sits at an altitude of around 2,200 meters above sea level. For players coming from lower altitude regions, these conditions can be extremely challenging. What's more, teams usually need at least 5 to 7 days to properly adapt to the altitude. If they have to play matches before completing this adjustment period, they could enter those games at a significant disadvantage. The fourth factor is that your team needs a strong bench. The reason is simple. As you may remember, the number of substitutions allowed in a match was increased from 3 to 5. Because of this, having a great starting 11 is no longer enough. No matter how strong your first 11 may be, fatigue eventually sets in. Once those players begin to tire, your team's overall level can drop significantly. Teams with high-quality substitutes can maintain their intensity and performance throughout the match, while teams with weaker benches often struggle. That's why, if your team doesn't have a strong bench, winning the World Cup becomes much more difficult. Finally, the fifth and last factor is that your team needs an effective set-piece strategy. In modern football, set pieces have become more important than ever. One of the best examples of this is Arsenal, a team that has gained a strong reputation for creating goal-scoring opportunities from corners and free kicks. The importance of set pieces becomes even clearer when facing a team with a very compact and defensive setup. When open play chances are limited, a well-executed set piece can be the key to breaking down that defensive wall and changing the course of a match. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. Thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. See you in the next one.